Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. As you can see, it's Christmas. And this is Christmas Eve. So last year we did a gingerbread house, right. And this year we're going to bake our family's favorite Christmas
cookies,
baked good, I guess. And it happens to be pumpkin oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. So we're going to go through the recipe with you all, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as we enjoy eating them. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the dinky dongity bell, because we love you and we want you to come back. It's all good, right?
Sure.
We got everything ready to go, so I'm just basically going to read through, and I'll put the recipe below in the description if you want to maybe make it for yourself. There are a few things that I modified from the original recipe, and I'll tell you what those are as we go along. So first things first, we should heat up the oven. So the oven needs to be set at 375, so I will do that, or 190 degrees Celsius. So he's going to set it at 375 for us. Whew, it's warm, 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 because I have been baking all day. We're baking cookies. Every year we kind of choose something like squares or cut out cookies, you know, like snowmans and stars and all of that. And this year just so happens to just be cookies. We're just making a whole lot of different kinds of cookies.
There you go, I'll open the window.
That way we don't get bored of what we're making every Christmas, if you know what I mean. And that's why we're dressed casual. We're baking, so...
I already got my other hoodie dirty.
Yeah, we're terrible.
Yeah, 'cause she turned up the mixer.
I turned it up and everything flew everywhere, and it was like a disaster.
Yep.
It was funny, though. He was covered in white. It was hilarious.
Okay, let's... What?
You didn't think it was hilarious?
No.
Okay, so these are, like I said, you can call them pumpkin chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. See, Chanel's not going to be here while we're baking because around food, that's no good. But she wanted to say Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Okay, Chanel, you go play. Go away.
Oh.
Go. Before we do anything, I'll be right back because I just touched the dog and now I got to go wash my hands.
Same.
Okay, so we went and washed our hands. We're back because you can't do nothing without clean hands. We don't like germs. Germs is icky. I have a bit of a phobia.
Okay.
Shut up. Just be quiet. I talk too much. I'm not going to do a lot of baking. Did it turn off?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. So to make things easier, like I said, we got everything organized in whatever. So the first thing you do is the dry ingredients. And what we're going to do is we have, like I said, the ingredients all measured out so that we don't have to sit here and scoop, be freaking annoying. So the first thing we're going to do is put the flour, and the flour is 4 cups. I get the cup and I use a spoon and I put it in there. Don't tap on it, dude. You're going to make the flour heavy.
No, I tapped on the excess.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
So, no, put it down. You're good. The next thing we're going to add is the oats.
The oats.
And the oats is 2 cups of quick oats.
I smelled some.
He's good. He's good. The next thing we're going to add, now this is where things get a little bit complicated.
No, dry ingredients.
Yes, exactly. The dry ingredients. We don't add no pumpkin at this point. That would be like not good.
She's like still reading the ingredients.
I'm reading because you know how it works, right?
Mix flour, oats, cinnamon.
Okay, so that's not cinnamon.
That's pumpkin
This
spice.
is where Diane modified the recipe. We like a lot of spices. So for this recipe, it called for a teaspoon of cinnamon. Well, a teaspoon for this amount, like 4 cups and 2 cups, it didn't have any flavor. Like, it was really bad. So I went and I bought pumpkin pie spice. Now you can buy it. I've been able to buy it in the most remote places. So, and you can look online and you can make it yourself. Actually, there's no ingredient in it that's hard to find. But I actually bought it mixed because, you know, I'm lazy like that. So I put a tablespoon of that in here and I just sprinkle it in. And this is not even in the recipe at all. I will put what I modified it with, though, in like below the recipe. Then I still add more cinnamon.
I'm just adding the cinnamon.
You're supposed to add tablespoons.
Well, it calls for 2 teaspoons.
Yeah, but I add 4.
Okay, well, I'll just add 4.
Because, dudes, we like us some cinnamon.
4.
You don't have to do this. This is like our modification, and I want to show you how we do it, and then I'll give you the proper recipe.
I like them. I just don't know how to make them.
Okay, so he said baking powder. And baking powder, it's 1 teaspoon.
Oh, we don't know which
Yes,
is
I
which.
do. This is baking powder, and you just sprinkle it on top like that. The next thing we're going to do is, and I don't know why he moved it, because I
Which
can't see
one?
what they are. Baking soda, it's 2 teaspoons, and that would be this one. You go like this, you sprinkle it on top like all the rest. And then the salt, which is 1 teaspoon. Sprinkle that on there. Now, this is what I do to mix these up, because if you're just going to plop them into the container, it kind of gets whatever. So I just get a regular egg beater thing, and I just move things around in there. And it goes through everything really smoothly. Yeah, I don't stir it like that.
Oh.
I just,
I
like,
messed up already.
basically, I just go like this. Can you guys see that? And it mixes
you spilled
everything.
some.
Oh, doesn't matter. Mixes everything all up nice so that everything is kind of, that the spices are all mixed, and there's not going to be one bite of cookie that's going to have like salt. You
That would be bad.
Zachary.
They'd be like salty cookies.
Exactly. That would suck hard. So now we get this. We have all of our dry ingredients put together. We put our bowl aside, and now we get our mixer ready. Now, what I do with the dry ingredients, what the heck happened to my finger jigger? That sucks. My recipe went goodbye. There we go. Okay, so the wet ingredients, if you might want to call them that, is 1.5 cups of butter. Now, I have in the past used margarine because I didn't have any butter. I forgot to buy it, and it worked fine. So you can substitute that if you feel like, or if you're somebody who doesn't like butter or can't use butter for heart or whatever reason. And what I do with the butter is I chop it up into, I just get a knife and go at it, right? Chop
And we
that.
soften this, by the way.
Yeah, I leave it out for a couple of hours, let it soften up. You know, you don't want it melted, but you want it softer so that you can work with it, right? So there you go. And I'm going to plunk that sucker in there. I don't know where my... Ooh. Where did the thing go that we use?
The spatula.
The spatula, the green one and the blue one. The red one and the blue one.
All right. We found the spatulas.
Yay!
One was blue, not green.
Put that down. We don't need that yet.
Really?
I do need the little spatula though, please. So we get our little spatula. We scoop all of our butter into our KitchenAid. You can do this by hand too.
Wasn't this 1/2 of a cup?
And this is how I actually do this if I have to do it by hand, because I only got my KitchenAid recently. I just get like a potato masher, the old style kind of one, and I mash the crap out of this, man. So you get your 1.5 cups of butter. Then you get your 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling, pumpkin puree, which is just pure pumpkin. It's a lot cheaper anyway, so. And you don't use a knife because my son is silly. He should use a spatula, which is what he's going to do, is we're going to be here forever if he sits there.
I tried. All right, then we just scoop it.
That is too funny.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And pumpkin smells good anyway.
Oh, it smells delicious. You are making him. He's my little helper, but
I dropped.
But he's
some
never
on
done
my
this
foot.
before. He's baked bread and stuff, but he's never made cookies. So
I make cookies.
okay,
Made some with you today.
that's true.
I'll
Now,
wash this off.
yeah. The next thing we do is we're going to add the sugars, and then we're going to mix that up a little bit before we add other ingredients. You know. Oh, I guess you can.
Cleaned our spatulas. Chanel wants up. She
So-
smells food.
We were not supposed to add the pumpkin, dude.
You said.
It's okay though. It's not going to hurt anything. It just, you know. If you had to do it by hand, don't do that. Don't add the pumpkin. Just the butter and the sugars. They're supposed to
We're
cream.
supposed to cream them? Oh.
Yeah. That's okay. So white sugar is 1 cup. 1 cup of white sugar.
In a white mug.
In a white mug because we didn't have another white bowl.
And the brown.
And brown sugar is packed 2 cups of packed brown sugar. I use light brown. It doesn't say dark or light, but light is preferable. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. We got it all in there. Even though we got the puree in there, we ain't supposed to. Then we put our mixer down.
We lock it.
Lock that sucker.
And then to what?
To what? 2.
Maybe
Woo!
to 1? No, to 2.
2. Now we're creaming this sucker together like nobody's business.
With a lot more liquid than it should. Oh.
Yeah, it's a little liquidy.
It sort of looks nasty.
It looks like somebody threw up in my bowl.
Yeah. You know you could fake throw up with this.
You know, yeah, this is a great cookie. Eat it because it looks like throw up. Not nice.
It has like little chunks of like.
Okay, don't talk about it because I'm getting nauseous. You flinged it in my face.
The butter's just stuck to the thing. The butter. Yeah. Wait,
That's why you don't make it so wet because it won't mix.
It's just stuck.
We suck.
Oh, it's fully stuck. Okay.
Okay, we suck. Don't do that. Don't add the pumpkin for your posting.
Yeah, now.
Because I didn't read the bottom instructions. I thought I was all smart and remembered how to do it because I make these every year.
It looks like throw up.
I did it wrong.
We're just scraping down the sides.
Yeah.
To make sure everything's well incorporated.
Yeah, because...
Lock it.
Yeah. So, why don't we mix this all up and we'll be right back.
Okay, now that it looks like
Okay, now that it looks like...
Grade A throw up. Ooh, yummy, chunky.
Butter with...
Fat.
It actually looks like spaghetti. Pasta.
Yeah.
Not the pasta part.
You asked like somebody you serve. This is somebody. This is the pasta
When
sauce.
we're making cookies. Don't be stupid.
Well, we already did.
Yes, because we're stupid like that. Okay, we're going to add the egg. One egg.
One large egg.
One large egg. I let it to get to room temperature. It's always better to have your egg at room temperature. He's going to turn that down way down. Thank you. As you can see, it's kind of loud, but not too bad. Yeah, one is good. One is good.
Oh, one is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One is good. And then
Good.
I'm trying to remember what I do with the vanilla because I know I do something with it. Oh, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Where is that? There we go. Where did the teaspoon go? I have it here. You used it for
the cinnamon.
Which was wrong because I had a tablespoon sitting here for the cinnamon. Yeah, we thought we were organized. We thought we were awesome. So you get your little measuring thing.
Wow, you poured that out really fast and perfect.
It's because I'm good. I cook good. I cook good. Let that all
good.
mix together a little bit. At the end of the day, when you get to this stage, it actually looks like this anyway. So we really didn't do
that
much wrong. It ended up working out, but you really should cream together the butter and the sugars first before you add any other liquid ingredients. Now we get our little lid thing first before we do anything.
Our lid that helps us add.
That helps us so that we don't get covered in stuff.
And we did not use this when I got covered.
Yeah, because we're not smart like that. You
we
know what I mean?
About it.
Mm-hmm.
What is going
So like I said,
on?
you just said it, dude. It's on.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
So you just said it. So why don't you get a spoon or use a spatula right here? Use that. So
wait.
These are our dry ingredients that we mixed earlier. Remember that? So we're going to get our dry ingredients. No, that's not good.
No, let's scoop it out into it.
Boy has some brains. So what we're going to do is you turn this on low and you slowly, gradually add the dry ingredients, the ones that we mixed earlier.
And then it will turn into more of a dough.
No, what are you doing?
One.
Yeah, let mommy knows this part. Mama does. So yeah, as you can see, we're lazy. Because dude, I'm going to tell you the honest to goodness truth. Diane cannot mix for crap. My arms, I'm so old and crusty and weak.
Don't you have the platelets in your shoulders?
And I have
like bone growing in your shoulders.
Yeah. In my ligaments and stuff is weird. But there's nothing they can do because it's all mixed in with your muscles and stuff.
Like between your muscles.
It's calcium deposits. That's what it is. So my shoulders hurt real bad, so I can't.
She can't drive for long periods.
Yeah, I can't. But that's okay. I just have the kids take me. Now it's getting a little bogged down. So then we turn it up to 2. If you don't have this though, I'm telling you the honest truth. It's not all that hard because the mixture itself is actually quite wet.
It is.
And if you do have egg problems, there are a few, I noticed online, there are a few recipes that, or if you're vegan, there are a few that call for no eggs. Like there's some that you can make that don't have eggs and you use margarine.
I forget what seed it is, but you can make a flaxseed egg, something like that.
No, because the pumpkin really is an adhesive. Like it really will hold it together, kind of like applesauce. if you use applesauce in replacement of eggs in a lot of recipes, it'll work. I tried.
For
See,
what?
look at that. We're still mixing. We're putting all the dry ingredients in there. We're good to go.
And now I'm just gonna move that and just pour it.
Yes. This is us being
And
lazy,
that's
though.
all of the dry ingredients.
But the laziness is going to be done in a second because Quinn has to do some mixing by hand.
You'll take the lid off. We don't need any.
Now
Now
stop.
scrape it.
We're going to scrape it down because you
I
do want
like
to do
this
that.
spatula.
Otherwise, you're going to end up with different layers of...
Like maybe one will have a lot of salt.
Well, no, we mixed the salt in already, but it will... The top part here, if you notice, there's like some pumpkin that's not mixed in at all. It's like straight up pumpkin.
Don't want
Some
just like pure
flour.
pumpkin.
Now, there's also recipes that don't call for the oatmeal either. We just happen to like them.
You like oatmeal.
And these end up being really chewy, really soft, really puffy.
You can freeze them and keep them for months. We've done that. And then just microwave them.
I've made like double or triple of this recipe and put it in the freezer until
Need a knife.
Easter, when Easter falls earlier in the year.
Oh.
Just here.
All right. I'm like, I can't get the rest off, but I don't want to just set it down because then it's just going to be a mess.
There's a bowl.
Oh. There's a bowl.
There you go, son.
Then we just push it back in, lock it,
Lock
and
and
then put it
load.
out too.
Lock and load, honey. Lock and load.
You have pumpkin in there.
I have pumpkin all over me. It's all good. You squirted it in my face.
Did I?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, your birthday.
We want to watch Diane and Quentin bake cookies all the time because they talk about really gross things. And
Yeah.
Okay, you're really mixing it too much now at this point. Thank you.
Done?
Yeah.
We're done.
No, we're not.
We're not done.
We're not done. We haven't added the best ingredient.
The chocolate chip.
But you can't mix it with the mixer. You have to do it by hand. So how about we get this all out of here? Yeah.
And we're gonna make our dog one, but without the chocolate,
Yeah.
obviously.
No.
One time she made an accidental batch with no
Chocolate chips at
chocolate
all.
chips in it. It was nasty.
Everybody's like, there's something wrong with these. And I'm like, oh.
We didn't
I
realize,
didn't
but
add the chocolate chips at all. I don't forgot.
my hands are gonna get dirty because of this. But what you do is you push up and then you turn to get the thing
Ooh,
off.
I think that's good enough.
My hands are gonna get dirty no matter what, so I'm just gonna grab it.
There we go.
Push up, turn, and down.
Take it off. Go put it in the sink. Now Quentin is going to start mixing with a spoon because I'm just going to grab it out the drawer with the spoons right beside me. We suck. I don't know.
We're gonna make Chanel one.
I don't know if this is going to work or not. It might
Yeah,
break. But we'll
Should
try it.
we make Chanel one?
So you get one of these bags, 300 grams is two cups, and it's 2 cups of chocolate chip. The recipe says you want to use the tiniest chocolate chips, but dudes, those cost a freaking fortune, so I ain't doing it. Yeah, they'll distribute better, blah, blah, blah. I'm poor. I ain't doing that.
I'm like trying to get
What are you doing?
the rest of the pumpkin off.
Stop it. Ready?
Okay.
So just like you did with the dry ingredients, you just put a little bit at a time. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh yeah, this is like gonna break.
It gon' be.
We've broken multiple spoons doing this.
Wooden spoons, we've broken plastic spoons.
This spoon's gonna break.
We've broken. This is where my husband comes in because I can't do it. So it's difficult. You need to be strong.
Strong. Me? You just put so much in.
Yes, I did.
And are these semi-sweet or milk? Oh, they're semi.
They're semi.
Milk's more expensive.
I don't use dark. Now, here's another alternative, and I will put that down below. You can put walnuts in it as well, and actually a lot of people do. We don't, only because a few of our kids don't like them. And I'm not feel like going half here, half there, this, that, blah, blah, blah. No. I make it so that everybody can eat it. That's actually what you're doing is pretty smart, to be honest.
I'm just trying to get them down to the bottom.
You're flicking them all over the house. Don't pick them up off there. The cat jumped on there.
No, we didn't. We cleaned it.
Yeah, you're right. We did.
We cleaned it.
We did. We're having issues.
We're having lots of issues. The spoon is gonna break.
That's why I'm filming, so I was going to stop right here and let him mix it, but I think it's funny, and I'm hoping he gets to this.
I think I got it.
Okay,
Ow.
so be right back in 2 seconds. Hi, I'm back.
Scoop it out. That was hard, man. Especially using like a spoon that's gonna break.
Okay, so the very last thing you're going to do, we've got it mixed, we're good to go. Our muscles hurt, we've Christmas exercised. That was exercise right there.
And we can just do this.
Some people use, let me put this off to the side. Some people use teaspoons. I actually happen to just, I like the way tablespoons work. You go inside and you dig inside and you get like a little dollop. Yeah, like that. Like that. You get that. And all you do, dudes, is you put it on the pan. How hard was that? It wasn't hard at all. And you do that in whatever size of pan you have. You make them about 1.5 inch circle. You don't pat them down. You don't push them down. You leave them, because they're drop cookies, right? So you just drop them down and you're good to go. So what we'll do is we're going to finish dropping our cookies.
So a lot of batter. So there's going to be lots of batches.
Well, but they're not going to see that. They're only going to see one batch because we're not going to make them wait all day. So we'll be right back. Okay, everyone, we're back. We plunked them all down on our tray. We bake them at 375 for 10 to 12 minutes until they're like slightly, golden.
It says lightly brown.
They might even look a little soft still, and that's perfectly fine.
Because they harden.
Because they do as they cool. So we'll be back to show you the finished product. See you soon. Okie dokie, everyone. Our first batch is out of the oven. What I do is on the pan, I leave them for a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes. Then they solidify enough, then you scoop them off, you put them on your air drying rack. And what I normally do, I don't have it done right now because I'm making a video for you, but I'll have like another tray while the one is cooking, I have another one getting ready. So it just basically rotate quickly. And yes, I get exhausted because that is a huge amount of cookie. Like, dang, I'm going to be here for a long time.
And we barely scraped the surface.
Like, I think you could actually half it, but the recipe I give you will be this recipe. And this is one that I found years and years ago, and then I modified the flour, the sugar, everything. I kind of experimented with the recipe I found years ago, and I made it so that there's a, kind of a general one that people will like. And then, like I said, I add the pumpkin pie spice and stuff for our liking. It tastes better. So here you go. These are what they look like, nice and brown.
They don't spread a lot, so you can put a bunch on one pan.
Yes, you can. They, as you can see,
don't spread.
And they taste. Have one. Tell me.
They're soft.
They're soft. They're good. And the best part is there's pumpkin in them, so you can pretend they're good for you too.
You can't tell that they're oats.
No, it does not taste like an oatmeal cookie, not at all. I just put the oats.
Doesn't look like oats.
I've seen many recipes that don't have oats, but I think oats are good for you. So it's something I add because it's a healthy thing to put in there, and the kids don't mind it. So there you go. This is our. Are you ready? You have to stand up. This is us saying Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoyed our only ever cooking episode. And we're putting it up Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas.
The house is very smoky, so.
Yes. And I didn't burn any. It's just how it goes. Right, Chanel? Say Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Super excited for tomorrow when I have to, well, actually, technically, it's 2 days before Christmas, but not looking forward to making all the turkey and stuff. Shh. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Eve. Bye.
Bye. Bye.